Hey everybody, it's Glenn back with another Clash Royale analysis video. We have CRL East playoffs going on right now. We have D King versus KK. KK trying to lock it up for Ponos to advance to the next round. Let's go. And we got Hog by KK and D King counters with Cage. Get used to seeing Hog in this game because it's going to be a familiar sight. What a left by the Brawler there to stop it, and with the snowball. Hog does not get anything on the tower. Bats stop the Brawler and Spear Goblins. So this looks like, on the surface, and I'm going to tell you as we go through, it looks like it's going to be a fast cycle deck. Fast Hog cycle, and that is the case. This is a 2.9 Hog cycle for KK. So we're going to see a lot of Hog in this game. Earthquake is played, and so Hog is back in the hand. Once this Knight is played, this Knight's going to answer Dark Prince, and here comes this Musketeer. So that leads me to believe that this was a Graveyard Poison, which was the case. But we don't get to see Graveyard Poison. We get to see another Hog and another Cage. Keep in mind right here of this Cage being played, because this is going to be a very crucial moment as we go through this game. Gets to the tower and nothing doing. Delivery stops the Musketeer, and we kind of get a pause. We get a break in the game as both players try to figure out what to do next, which leads me to believe, when I saw this moment, I was thinking, okay, so this is D King's moment to set up, to begin the setup to start with Graveyard Poison. He's going to play Dark Prince back here, get it revved up, and by the time it hits the bridge, he'll have enough elixir to run Graveyard. Then he'll have to wait a moment, then run Poison to just make sure that he tracks the opposition. And then we got something good for D King. So that's kind of the idea. That's why I noticed, when I noticed that pause, it's like, oh, he's setting up for Graveyard Poison, but he can't really run Graveyard Poison because here comes another Hog with a delivery and Cage. Now, that was really, unfortunate right here for D King. It was very fortunate for KK because Hog gets 2 hits on the tower. That delivery was ideally supposed to push back the Hog to hit the Cage. It didn't. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why not run the Cage first? Well, because of that monetary pause, D King did not run another card in his lineup to cycle back to Cage. So Cage was not in his hand at the time he played this Dark Prince. He had to play one more card to get to Cage, and then he could play it. So that's when he played Delivery, because it could create a possibility of Hog getting pushed back to the Cage. Then it would hit Cage instead of the tower. That did not happen here. Instead, Hog gets 2 hits on the tower, and this Cage gets untouched. The only positive is that if Hog were to go here, it would just get stopped, but then this Earthquake frees up the Goblin Brawler, and now this lane is open again if he wants to run Hog here, but he doesn't. He runs Hog on the right side, so Mecha Minion has to come in because he thought this Musketeer is played over here. It could have stopped this Hog. It's played right at the far left side of the King Tower. So it could have, but the positioning of this Hog prevents that from happening. As we see right here, this Hog gets played on this side of the bridge. If it was played center, or if it was played over here, anywhere over here, this Musketeer, which comes in right now, would have answered that Hog. But instead, because it's still far away, not so far away, but it's just out of the range, he has to play this minion to answer this hog. And again, preventing D-King from getting an opportunity to set up to play Graveyard Poison. Log, Dark Prince. He's going to try now. With this knight comes in. And here comes the Graveyard push. Is this the opportunity? Poison comes through. But he sold out here. And now he has to answer this hog. Here comes this Goblin Cage. Hog gets another hit on the tower. And the Brawler doesn't do anything. Another hog comes in, now supported with bats. So you have to bring Delivery and Mega Minion to stop that. There just wasn't an opportunity for D-King to come in with Graveyard Poison. So instead of playing it back here and trying to build up, he has to play... He has to mix it up. He has to play Dark Prince right at the bridge and see if that will work. But instead, he walks into a bomb tower and gets evaporated. And meanwhile, these skeletons answer the call while another hog comes in. Cage, Brawler, Musketeer, and it's just cycle after cycle after cycle. And this is really, it's in a way, this is another way of playing the Graveyard Poison defense, because again, KK is playing Hog so many times, it's preventing D-King from an opportunity to play Graveyard Poison the way he wants to, because he's saying, okay, you're gonna have to answer Hog. That's the only way you're gonna get through. So he has to bring Dark Prince, Snowball, Delivery to try to answer this. Here comes a Graveyard Poison. This is probably the last chance. These Spear Goblins stay outside, which is really good. But another hog comes through. Delivery. Cage. That was fantastic. But the Earthquake did its part. And now it's just a cycle through with another Earthquake. And that's the game. I mean, I was just blown away. I mean, that was like... I know people joke around when they say Nerf Hog Rider, but they're probably going to use this as Exhibit A as to why Hog Rider needs to get nerfed. But really, it was just fantastic play by KK to understand exactly what D-King was trying to do. He sensed early on, or he must have sensed early on, that he had Graveyard Poison. So that's a ton of elixir he would have to save up to execute. Instead, that elixir had to go to stopping Hog Rider. As we see here, they did focus on this replay right here where Cage was not in the cycle, so he had to run Delivery first, then Cage, but that didn't work. And then another Hog, Earthquake, Cage. Hog gets a hit on the tower, and then now it's just... the inevitable coming through. It's either going to be Hog or Earthquake or both. It ends up being Earthquake. Delivery comes in, stops it with Goblin, but 72 HP. There will be no comeback. Team Ponos advances in this playoffs. It was really amazing. I mean, this was just... it was a great sense by KK. As I mentioned before. So I'm going to end the video right here. Oh, you know what? I should mention 10 hogs in this game. Unbelievable. 10 hogs, 7 earthquakes. But it was really just the pressure of the hog. The pressure of the hog, and D-King had to answer that instead of being able to set up for Graveyard Poison. That was really, I mean, it was just great play by KK in this game to seal the win for Team Ponos. So I'm going to end the video right here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button wherever you're watching this. Be sure to hit the subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.